Good morning and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Edith and I like to read books and yap about them to you guys. We're only doing that very shortly today. If you saw my last video, you know what we're doing today. It's November 1st, so we're decorating for Christmas. On the agenda for today, like I said, cleaning and decorating. I have the laundry place. I have like 2 washing machines reserved in 2 hours, which is kind of a lot, and I might not get started until then because in my brain when I make a plan, it needs to go that way specifically. So the plan is 9 a.m. we're taking all of my like washing stuff down. We have some clothes, we have some bedding. We have both the bedding I'm wearing right now and the Christmas bedding because I didn't wash it last year because I knew I would want to wash it right now before putting it on because it's been in the basement for a year. So we're washing that, drying it off, putting it on, and while that's washing, we're gonna clean and decorate the rest of the apartment. And it's not gonna be a deep clean because I did that literally like a week ago. Instead, it's gonna be like taking the Halloween stuff down, wiping the surfaces, putting the Christmas stuff up, and then at the end we'll do a little vacuuming. The kitchen might need a little bit more, but like just like some extra wiping stuff. And I think once we get to it, we're gonna take it room for room. So starting in the living room and then finishing off with my bedroom, possibly doing the bookshelves a little bit before because I need to be able to put all the books on my bed without the bedding on it. But I do think, first of all, in the morning, I'm just gonna get some breakfast, let myself wake up for a little bit because I just woke up when I start filming this, and then we're just gonna get started on cleaning and decorating. And the only thing we're not doing in today's video is my tree because I will not be getting my tree until the end of November. But I will include either decorating it or just showing it decorated in a video later on, but it won't be a part of this video. Just know at some point there's gonna be a huge Christmas tree in here, a real Christmas tree, because I just can't with fake Christmas trees. I love a real Christmas tree. So without further ado, let's just get right on into decorating. Alright, I have for my newest addition these pillow covers for the big pillows that are currently just like black. So I just want to show that because I'm so excited about these. There's still like an hour until I have to do laundry, but I thought I would just get it all so it's ready to go. So let's go into the living room and start there because I feel like that's going to be the easiest place to get out of the way. All right, so I have an idea of obviously like a small things I'm gonna put over here where you guys are. We're gonna put some Christmas cups, all of that stuff. But I bought ribbon because if you've been on like Christmas Talk the last couple of years, bows became a really big thing. And I did this thing on one of my Taylor Swift posters last year. I also think I mentioned this idea in a vlog, but yeah. Trying to fix this. I can't, why would they do this? Like, someone please explain to me why they put the thing that's sealing around it on it with like sticky stuff. How am I supposed to deal with this? Okay, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on here in a cross and then make a bow and put it on top of it. And the first cupboard I'm going to be doing is the middle cupboard, because if I don't have enough for all 3 cupboards, then I just want the middle one done, because I feel like that's going to look the best. But I honestly think we need to do that first. So we've officially actually made it to the last part of like the decorating and cleaning stuff. I feel like I did it very efficiently, and therefore most of what you guys are gonna get is like time lapses of me cleaning and decorating. But we've made it to my room. I did the living room, showed you guys the kitchen, showed you guys, and then I did a little bit in the hallway, which the hallway isn't gonna be like a big decorated space. I hung one thing on the door and put one thing right where we enter. So I think step 1 is actually gonna be, because on my bed I have all of my Halloween stuff. So step 1 is gonna be finding a way to fit all of that into the box. So that's out of the way, and then we'll probably have to take that down at some point today. And then once all of that is done, so the box can get out of the way, we'll do the bookshelves, take all of the books off, dust it off, move a little bit of it around. I think the only thing I really want to do is move possibly my thrillers and literary fiction over, and then move my romance and like Binding and Keeping 13 over here. So that way we get a little bit more color over here, but we also still have some of my favorite fantasies over here. Hey Google, what time is it?
10:28 a.m.
Wow, it's really early. 10:22 a.m. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a little break. Go sit in the living room and breathe for a second. I also think I need to make some breakfast because I have yet to eat anything today. Like I've said before, always happens whenever I'm cleaning. I just forget the fact that I need to eat as well. So we'll take a break, eat, and then we'll see how, like, if it gets cloudy all of a sudden or what happens, and if I can handle being in here. We're doing one thing. We're taking off all of the Halloween stuff and putting it by the box, so I know it needs to be packed. It's time to do my room. Yeah, you guys didn't see the clip. I put lunch in the oven and then I packed away all the Halloween stuff, so now we have our free slate. And all of a sudden my room looks empty. Game plan is, like I said, take off every single book and put it here, and then afterwards we will decide how and where each book goes. And to be honest with you, like the rest of the stuff we've done in this video, we're gonna time-lapse this shit and then get it done. And I will show you guys the bookshelves without any decorations on afterwards, just to talk about what I ended up doing, and then we'll do a little time lapse of me decorating my room, making my bed, doing all of the finishing touches, and then we are done. So let's do it. So this is the bookshelves without anything. We have some stuff on the top. I am purposefully ignoring over here because it's a picture of me and my mom, and I know my mom would not enjoy me showing it online. This was my favorite shelf. The only thing I've changed about this is I moved these three over here, and what else did I move? Oh yeah, I moved The Perks of Being a Wallflower down here, so I could get room for these, because I'm like, it's a favorite shelf, so why are my favorites not there? Anyway, my favorites consist of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, the Boys of Tommen series, Emily Henry's books, Archer's Voice, and then this little Friends line thing. And then we have some of my, okay, not my favorites, but the ones I like the looks of the best of fantasies. We have the Empyrean series, Lightlark and Nightbane, my new special edition of Twilight. Just look at that. Okay, why is it squeezed in there? There you go. Hunger Games, The Ministry of Time, and then this used copy of Once Upon a Broken Heart that I bought, which is actually annotated. Kind of cute. And then down here we have my romance shelf, which is mainly my like series and then my new two favorite books. So we have all the Elsie Silver books I own into the Gold Rush, Rebel Blue Ranch series, the Icebreaker series, this series by Sarah Adams, The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then my new two favorite romance books. And then below we have Ali Hazelwood, Laura Nasher, and Anna Wong. And then we have the like standalone romances I have, so Summer in the City, Sounds Like Love, Say You'll Remember Me, Love in Other Words, and Something Wilder, which the books like that one and that one aren't going to be laying down. We're going to put Christmas stuff to hold them up. And then down here we have all my LGBTQ books, and it is not because I'm homophobic that I put them on the bottom. That's just, yeah, there's not enough for it to look good, so therefore they're just, yeah, in the bottom. And then over here we have Magnolia Parks, and that is, again, a specific decision. I don't want to get rid of them, but I also don't want to have them displayed anymore. And then we have all of my thrillers. I'm not going to go over all of them. All my thrillers. And then we have nonfiction / if the nonfiction authors wrote other books, so like Dolly Alderton, this is fiction, but because I have this one by her, they're both on the nonfiction shelf. The Bell Jar is fiction, but because I have Sylvia Plath's journal and I want them to be together, they're there. And then we have my one self-help book, my one collection of poems, and all of the classics, and then a single guidebook for Ireland. And then my Le Bardugo collection that I love, this special edition of A Language of Dragons, which I actually really need to read. Sarah J Maas, and all of my like literary fiction, coming of age, historical fiction, all of the stuff that doesn't fit into the other genres is here. Let's step away, give you guys a big shot here. So now I'm gonna put on all of the like normal decorations back on so we know that there's room for those. And then I'm gonna go get the Christmas stuff, put that on, make my bed with my new Christmas, not new, but with my Christmas bedding. And then I'll show you guys the finished product. All right, I ended up vacuuming off screen because I don't feel like you guys really need to see that. I also don't think you guys need to see me folding laundry once that is dry. So that actually means this is the end of today's video. I will, after the outro, I will insert some cute clips of how it looks like tonight when everything is dark and I get to turn off the light. I know I said, I started the video kind of mixed about if I would show me having a movie night in, but this video looks like it's very long already. I know unedited it's very long, so it might not be that long, but I don't really think you guys are gonna get a lot out of me for the rest of the day. I'm just going to start this and start the reading vlog for this, and I'm gonna watch a Christmas movie and have some Christmas snacks. So with that said, thank you so much for coming along today and decorating and cleaning my apartment with me. I am so happy with how it looks, and I know when I get a Christmas tree, it's gonna look even better. In case you were wondering, the Christmas tree is going to be over by the window right next to the television in the living room. So if it looks empty over there earlier when I was decorating there, just know it's because I am not gonna decorate somewhere where I know a Christmas tree is going to end up covering it all up. So, like I was saying, thank you so much for coming along with me today. I had a great day. I am in the Christmas mood, and I don't care that it's November 1st. So, if you guys agree with me and enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification so you get notified every single time I post a new video, because I have a lot more Christmas content coming. If you want to know what I end up thinking about this book, stay around for the reading vlog. All in all, subscribe because you're not going to want to miss all the stuff I have coming up for the rest of the year. And with that said, I hope I will see you all in the next one. Bye.